Hi everyone, and welcome back to Art with Mrs. S. Today we're going to be using shapes to create houses, and then we'll have to also paint them in an expressive way. So to get this house started, I'm just going to draw a square or a rectangle. And you can connect these shapes to create larger parts of your building, or if you want to add a roof with another shape like a triangle, add a triangle to my house. And then of course we need a door. I may also add a window using more rectangles and more squares. You can add things like shutters and fences. You may have different lines in your windows. You can have lines in the siding of your house. You can add in other things around your home. Maybe there's a garage or a walkway, or you might also see grass or bushes or trees. You know, what is around your artwork. I'm going to draw a little bit of a fence too. Just drawing those lines, kind of crisscrossing. Right there. So now I'm going to show you a couple ways that we can paint this, and yours can look a lot different than mine. It's really up to you. But I'm going to be using my watercolor palette today. And then I also have a cup of water and a paintbrush to get started. If you've never used these watercolor paints before, you need to get your brush wet first, and then whatever color you're using, so if I'm using orange, I need to really kind of gently slosh that paint around, not pressing hard, and pick up some of that paint. So now I have a nice orange on my brush, and we're not just painting solid today too, we're painting expressively. So to do that, you can add different colors on top of a color. So if I want to fill this all in with orange, I could go back with another color while that paint's still wet. So this time I'm going to add in a little blue, and you could add in maybe some different lines, or I can hop around with my brush to make kind of these dots. So it's a little more free. It's not necessarily sloppy, but it is not necessarily clean cut lines. Pick up a new color. Another way to create expression too, I said by making lines, so I can create those lines kind of blended together. They can be outside a little bit of those spaces. Add in other colors with those. I can paint kind of quickly when I'm painting expressively. I can have my lines in my house kind of going side to side, creating that siding in there. Picking up my brush a lot. You can see the texture in your brush sometimes when you're painting expressively. You press really hard in areas and really gently in others to create different expressive lines. And there could of course be some areas that are just plain old paintings. I'm going to do some things in the sky now. So I could paint like a sun rising or setting back here, and adding in these very expressive lines. Look at that great texture. It helps when you're making those expressive features or lines that you're going the same direction sometimes. Add in some yellow. My yellow's got some other paint mixed in, so to clean that up, I just take my brush and dip it in water a few times and kind of scoop out some of the paint that was in there. Creating more lines in there in areas that I haven't painted yet. Might add in a little red in this background too. But yours will look completely different than mine, so don't get caught up in trying to copy mine examples. This is great practice, so try to work on some different expressive ways to paint these houses. Something that's a little messier, you can kind of splatter or drip paint a little bit. But of course do that with sometimes with paper underneath, or when you have an art apron on, or in an area where you can do those, so you can do kind of a drip more. Just trying to keep it in my art space here. Lots of extra water. There you go. Looks kind of like a farmhouse. These nice expressive lines too. All right, so again, I could keep adding to this and kind of playing with different expressive lines. Hopping's great with those two. So I can't wait to see your awesome houses and your paintings. And I don't forget to share these today too. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks.